all the amazing benefits, amazing results of it. Right now, we're all going to be manifesting the power of Akashic reading. Being able to see what happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what will happen in the future. Actually, you all of you can manifest this right now. Please ensure for manifesting this power, please make sure you have an Atma Murti. You will be seeing the answers appearing in golden letters on Swamiji's form. See, like how, like we have these portals, right? We normally see to enter into parallel universes. We see kind of portals, kind of things we open up for you to enter. Same way, Swamiji's form is a portal for you to see the cosmic archives in a language that you can understand. Connect to Swamiji and you will see any question that you have. First, start with verifiable past, which means some answer that you can verify. For example, your friend can ask you, tell the exact numbers in the number plate of their vehicle. Or they can ask you, for example, some personal, like something that only they will know and you might not know. All those things, maybe where did they study when they were young? Or they can ask you about something about their relatives. Any question that people ask you about past, verifiable known past. For example, if I ask, let's say, if I ask Machingo, can you scan how many Gurukul kids were there in Gurukul when I joined? And you will be able to give the exact number seeing that movie. Each of you will be able to manifest this power. Are all of you understanding? If you're all understanding, can I please request you all to put yes in the chat? Ma Purushanand is asking on the cell phone. No, actually, physical picture is better. Ma Prema Kodandaraman. Ma, even you can manifest. Actually, if you sit and manifest now, you will start manifesting the power. The kind of deep feeling connection that you have with Swamiji, just sit now, Ma. All of you can do this. Please bring an Atma Murti. Can I request you all to, even any image or photograph of Swamiji is fine. And I am going to give you all a question and you're all going to scan and you're all going to tell the answer to that question. Okay. And listen very carefully. You will see the answers appearing on Swamiji's Atma Murti. How you can verify, you know, when you see the Atma Murti, you will see it in golden letters. And if you feel like something is not coming up, don't worry. Complete, unclutch, and sit and manifest again. Ready? Shall we all start? And do it like a fun. Don't try to see, you know, am I going to get it right? Can I post the answer? What if I got it wrong? Nobody's going to give you pass marks, take you to the next grade if you give right answers, and nobody's going to say you failed if you give a wrong answer. There's no such thing. It is just experiencing the space beyond time. If you manifest this successfully just 21 times, you will be able to see the future. And it is not a joke. I have experienced this. Swamiji had trained all the Gurukul kids to do this power manifestation. And multiple times, I have had this blessing to be able to see what is going to happen in the future. And we would take record. Like, for example, if today is like 1st, right? So 1st of September. And on 1st of September, let's say they will ask me what is going to happen on the 10th of September. Just an example I'm telling. They will record me telling that they'll take the notes of it and exactly that will unfolded on the 10th of September. Swamiji's Atma Murti will show the answers in golden letters clearly. Multiple times, multiple people who have been initiated by Swamiji, the Gurukul kids, we have all been a first-hand like witness or experience. We have experientially seen this amazing gift that Swamiji has given. And all of you can manifest it. So first, get comfortable with manifesting at least 21 rounds of manifesting the power of being able to scan verifiable past. Ready? If you're all ready, can I request all of you to put yes in the chat if you understood the process and if you're ready? Can I request all of you to please put yes in the chat? Okay, great. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to give you all a question. And these questions are going to be the questions only that I might know the answers of, or someone who knows me very well will only know. Right? So, and I'm going to request all of you to scan, ask Swamiji to reveal the details to you, and you're going to scan and identify the details of it. All right. What was the exact date in numbers? You're going to post in numbers, date, month, and year. What was the exact date, month, and year? The first time I met Swamiji. Actually, forget the date, just month and year. The exact month and year when I first time ever saw Swamiji. Can I request all of you to post the exact month and year? Connect to Swamiji, chant the Mahavakya. Some of you posting, you don't have an Atmamurti. If you do not have Atmamurti, you can even bring a mirror. Apply the Aushadha on the mirror and you can see. That's fine. You can even see Swamiji's picture, anything. And you should make sure connect to Swamiji, and in golden letters on Swamiji, the numbers will appear. Ma Swami, you can remove the glasses when you manifest His power. No, actually your eyes will heal. You don't need to wear glasses when you manifest His power. Without glasses also, you'll be able to see crystal clearly. All of you please connect to Swamiji. Okay. I request all of you to now start posting everything that Swamiji revealed to you in your third eye. Please start posting all the answers, the details, whatever you saw in the third eye. Okay, I see various different answers. Just month and year is fine. Okay, I see different answers. Ma Dennis, come on. Ma Dennis, Wong Kalili, Kailasa Toronto, Ma Jacqueline, Ma Sumati Shanmugam, Ma Shuli Durga, all of you also post. Ma Pratingira, you should post, and you should get Eli also to post, and Emma. Okay, Ma Sydney has posted, Ma Soumya has posted, Ma Yogananda Rupini has posted. All the others, quickly, each of you post. Okay. All right. Actually, the answer is April 2013. April 2013 is the exact month and year where I first met Swamiji. All those who posted 2013, that's good. You have started manifesting. Please give a good round of applause to yourself. See, that's how it starts. Understand? You cannot quantify the experience when exactly, you should not measure this with the result. Instead, you should remember that every time you manifest, you're transcending time. It is not a joke. You're literally going beyond the time and you're accessing something that happened in the past. This is how you will be able to train when you start manifesting this power. It will become a beautiful experience in yourself. Actually, Dr. Prema has posted correctly. She has said okay, first I think you posted 2012, then you posted 2013, which is good. That's good, Mark. Actually, see, now I'm going to ask you all another question, and I'm going to request all of you to scan. On the 30th of September 2017, there was a major, like a huge event that happened in Bididi. What was the event about? And what was the exact thing that happened? Like a big event. So see, it was a big celebration, right? It was a big event. There were a lot of people, everything. But there was one important event. There was a big celebration, and there was a major event that happened on that day. Can I request all of you to scan? Again, connect to Swamiji. On the 30th of September 2017, what was a major event that happened? What was the celebration about? What was the exact action? Like, what was the exact incident that was happening? What was the exact event that was happening? Come on, all of you chant the Mahavakya. Connect to Swamiji. Scan through your third eye and identify in detail.
Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham
30th of September 2017. Clearly in golden letters, Swamiji will reveal to you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda
Start posting every detail that you're seeing. Whatever Swamiji is revealing to you, start posting all the details.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham.
All the details that you're seeing, scan in detail. Swamiji will show to you clearly.
Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham.
All right. So now please start posting the answers. We will now verify the exact answer. On the 30th of September 2017, what was the exact celebration, exact event, the major event that was happening? Okay, I see so many different answers now. See, even if you saw sometimes it's images, right? Post it. That is fine. It was a grand celebration, everything. And you're going to be posting, Ma Soumya Prabhala, you're posting all your answers with a question mark. That question mark is a mark of your self-doubt in the end. Don't put it. You're not going to ask me a question. You're going to say what exactly Swamiji is revealing to you. So it's okay. Even if it's wrong, that's not a problem. But start telling everything, whatever you are seeing clearly. See, can I request all of you to also post every related visual you got? See, sometimes you might get different pictures and you would have made a meaning out of it, right? What is the exact words or visuals you got? Can I request all of you to type that? Okay. Okay, I see different. Even post words, visuals. See, many times we try to make meaning out of that. So you're going to go ahead and post every single detail, word, visual, whatever you saw.
Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham Nityananda Paramashivoham.
All right, I see so many different answers. Actually, so many of you have, wow, so many of you have manifested correctly. Actually, I'm seeing so many people who have posted related to Devi. Ma Pratingira has posted, received the name of goddess Kali, and Navaratri word came. Ma Pratingira, you are spot on. 30th of December 2017 was Vijayadashami, the celebration of, actually, that is the day a grand chariot festival happened. Swamiji was sitting in front of the deity of Kali, like huge. Like in Kailasa, all celebrations happen in grand scale. There was a huge, tall deity of Kali, and Swamiji was sitting right in front of it, and that deity would get immersed into the Vaides River on that day. And it's a very, very beautiful, into the Manas River on that day. It's a very beautiful celebration. And the major event as part of Vijayadashami, there were various different celebrations. One of the major event that happened was that was the day where the Guinness World Record officially declared that we had the biggest rope yoga, Shivastamba, and largest home. Three Guinness World Records. And that was the day they declared it is Swamiji is officially amazing. So that was the declaration that day. And the Guinness World Record had offered that they had given that certificate on that day. And so many of you, actually, I see, have posted related to Devi. That's very, very unique. I see suddenly people posting Meenakshi, something Madurai, some Meenakshi related, and Ma Ananda Parameshwari is posted some kind of a coronation that was happening. Ma Pratingida, yours is spot on. You have manifested 100% correctly, and you completely manifested the whole thing, Ma, because one of the main event that day, Vijayadashami, is celebration of Devi, uh, Kali, and that is the day just 10 days before Diwali. And it's the day Kali, the deity, Durga deity is immersed into the water at the end of the Navaratri celebrations. So there's a grand chariot festival and everything happens. So that's right. Beautiful. Okay. Now, one more round. Okay. And this time I'm going to ask you all with a day to describe the exact location where this event happened, right? So it is it's the year 2018 on 7th of May 2018. Where exactly Somji was? What was the event that was happening? 7th and 8th, both. You can scan 7th and 8th of May 2018. Scan as many details as you can, see all the details through the third eye. Connect deeply to Swamiji. On the Atmamurti, Swamiji will reveal the answers.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham
Every one of you sit straight, connect to Swamiji. Identify all the details that you saw. The exact place and the location, like the exact city, state, and also the location, like which place was it in? Was it some, like what type of a place was it? You're going to scan all of that.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om
Start posting the answers in detail, whatever Swamiji is revealing to you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Okay, I request all of you to now start posting the answer. We'll now verify the answer. Please start posting the exact details, whatever you saw through the third eye. On the 7th and 8th of May 2018, which location Swamiji was in, and what was the exact thing that was happening? What was the exact place, type of location, city, state? I see so many different answers. Come on, whatever Swamiji revealed to you in the third eye, start posting it.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda
Okay, I'm going to now tell the answer and let's see what each of you have posted. On the 7th and 8th of May, that was an exact time where Swamiji visited the temples in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. I think, if I'm not wrong, from Tiruchendur, we went to the Chottanikarai Bhagavati Amman temple in Kerala, and that was the entire travel. And on the 7th of May, actually, Swamiji was coming to the Kerala temple, and we visited the Chottanikarai Bhagavati Amman temple on the 8th of May. So this was the exact incident. So it was in the, I can say two places, because we went from Tamil Nadu to Kerala. So it was Tamil Nadu and Kerala, two different states in the southern states of India. And then Swamiji had visited a Subramanya temple and then Devi temple. This was the exact event that happened. So let's see, I see so many different answers. I'm just taking a few minutes to read all of your answers. Okay, Ma, Soumya Prabhala, you posted temple. That's a very good place to start with, Ma. That's nice. Actually, if you spend some more time and scan, you'll be able to see a lot more details. Oh, Kumar, okay, sorry, Ma. Dr. Prema has posted South Indian temple tour, visiting temples,
Wow.
Rameshwaram temples, Tiruchendur temple. Wow, that is spot on.
I think it's.
I think it was the same trip we had because, see, living in Kailasa means you get to experience all of these because we all had the blessing to visit temples along with Swamiji. It's like, how you go for a picnic in school or things like that. Like that, we get to go to picnic with the divine. So we went with Swamiji and we went on a tour with Swamiji and Dr. Prema, you're spot on. And Swamiji had actually taken all of us to these set of temples that you are actually posting. So amazing manifestation. And like we went to different temples, and Swamiji would actually take us to the temples, and Swamiji will explain. You'll get to listen to some really mystical things, and Swamiji will explain it in such a casual manner. Swamiji will say, do you guys see here? This is where this person lived, and this is exactly how it is in Akashic records. You will be like, wow, what did I just hear? It'll be too beyond even our ability to comprehend. And that's like, even now, some of my most cherished moments are those moments where we would go with Swamiji to various trips. And like when you go to Swamiji, go to temples with Swamiji, you will actually experience a different dimension of Swamiji in each one of those temples. If you go with Swamiji to Tiruvannamalai, suddenly you will feel like, Swamiji is more like a kid. He'll be running around, like literally you'll feel like Swamiji is a kid there. Like you'll feel uh, a completely new dimension. If you go with Swamiji to Tiruchendur temple, that's a totally different dimension. When we went to this Chotanikare temple or Srirangam temple with Swamiji, each one of those temples, Swamiji will explain the history behind it, and it'll not just be what you get to read in websites. It'll be directly from Akashic records. And I remember Swamiji even showed the Dharmakartas of Tiruchendur temple, and then Swamiji showed how the people who built, like how Swamiji is doing the deification process for all the Sarvanyapita Yajamans. Same way, even now in Tiruchendur temple, there's even a photograph of it. Swamiji will actually be taking the arati, and behind that there'll be two deities. Swamiji said that is they are the people who actually funded, who were the founding fathers for that temple. And like that, Swamiji will explain each one, every single temple, every single history is just something too sweet. Like if you are as a Kailasavasi, you will get to experience all of these. Because life in Kailasa is like living with Swamiji. So amazing manifestation, Ma Dr. Prema. Wonderful.
Actually, today so many of you have manifested so beautifully, and now it is time for us to enter into the next session. This is going to be an interesting and amazing session. Today we learned so much about death. We learned so much about what happens during death, everything. But there are a lot of questions that we'll carry about, afterlife. How many of you are curious about ghosts, especially with different concepts that we see in horror movies, this and that? How many of you are curious about afterlife? What exactly happens after we die? Some people say we relive all the memories. Some people say there's a possibility of coming back within 18 days. And there are so many different concepts that we hear. And some people say there's no afterlife, and there's no concept of rebirth. How many of you are curious and want to know about ghosts? Can ghosts possess people? How much can ghosts influence? These kind of stories, revenge stories at horror movie shows, is it all true? And how many of you wanted to know about afterlife? How much time does it take from one birth to another? What if you die by suicide? What happens? What if you're killed? What happens at the time of your death and next birth? What is the duration that is decided? If we die before the time we are actually supposed to die, what happens? All these questions that we have, I should say, the most uncommon answers to common questions. We are going to be hearing about Swamiji's revelations on death and afterlife. It's an amazing exclusive Q&A video. This is not available anywhere publicly, and this is an exclusive session for the Paramashivoham participants. And now let us all listen to Swamiji's revelations and unique question and answers on death.
Go ahead.
Nityanand Swami, Balakumar. I would like to know the difference between liberation and coming back as an incarnation.
Liberated soul who resides in complete completion with the cosmos, when the human beings, too many people request a guidance and experience to liberate them, all of them, that complete completion with the cosmos. Cosmos itself just accepts the body to show these people the whole science of completion and liberation experientially. That is incarnation.
Swamiji, sometimes people die very peacefully, just in their sleep, and sometimes a lot of struggle. Why? Like they are short of breath.
The both ideas are wrong. Just because they died in their sleep, you should not attribute the word peacefully.
Okay.
And just because they are outside showing the pain symptoms, you cannot say they are not peaceful inside. So peaceful, not peaceful is simply dependent on the patterns and incompletions. If you complete all the incompletions, your death will be so peaceful because all the patterns become irrelevant to your life. Irrelevant at the time. The incompletions cannot bind you anymore. So you will have a peaceful, complete peaceful death. Whether you will have a peaceful death or not depends on you have a peaceful life or not. If you can just sit with yourself whenever you want and you are in the space of completion, perpetual completion, you will die only in that space. If you can fall asleep when you want, and if you can wake up when you want, if you can sit with yourself when you want without any electronic gadgets, you will die peacefully.
Swamiji, and when the bodhisattvas and incarnations, so are they both liberated souls?
Yes. Bodhisattvas and incarnations, both are liberated souls. Bodhisattva is just a technical term in Buddhism developed for incarnations. Go ahead.
Nityanand Swamiji. So what leaves the body and assumes another body is the soul, from my understanding.
Conscious reflection. Please understand, this is the cosmic soul. If I keep the mirror here, that reflection is the individual soul. When the mirror is damaged, the reflection stops. There is no such thing, reflection leaves and comes back. It stops reflecting. And there is some other place, some other mirror with the same quality up, the mirror is made and again it starts reflecting.
So, mirror is the body.
And mind.
So, what leaves the body? Does it carry all the memories? No?
Listen. It stops reflecting. But this mirror cannot keep quiet because it still wants to enjoy something through this reflection. So that biomemory assumes another one body. Again, this mirror, this reflection continues to reflect there. Your soul, my soul has no difference. Your biomemory and my biomemory only has a difference. All your souls and my soul, all our souls are reflection of the same soul. And only our biomemories are different. Your biomemories only create another one body. See, on death, you can ask any question today. And I commit with you, I am giving the answer exactly from the cosmic archives, as it is. Now Kala Bhairava is conducting the death session. It's exactly the truth from the Kala Bhairava's archives. I am opening it.
So, when the body passes away, does biomemory also leave the body with the soul, or biomemory is just recorded?
The mirror.
Yes.
Reflection. This is cosmic soul. Reflection is individual soul. The mirror broken does not mean disappears. All that broken pieces put together travels and gets assembled in some way in another one place. And that assembly, again reflection starts.
So that mirror traveling is the soul.
Mirror traveling is what you call as soul, individual soul traveling. But the individual soul cannot travel because it has no independent existence. It is only a reflection of the cosmos, cosmic soul.
Swamiji, what happens in between? So when the mirror breaks and another mirror is being formed, what is that?
It goes through the decision-making process of how to make the another mirror. When it goes through that decision-making process, it goes through all the incompletions, right things it did, wrong things it did. It spends some time in pleasantness for the right things it did. It spends a lot of time in the guilt and suffering for the wrong things it did. And not being in the space of completion, for that whatever suffering it needs to go through, it goes through. And plans this time it will not give up on completion signs. It will live completion, and it plans with all these plans, it assumes the body.
And then is there any choice in what body that it goes to?
Yes. The mirror has a complete choice. Whatever it thinks as best, it takes. If you think eating is the best experience in your life, naturally you take a pig body because for eating, that's the best body. Sleeping was the best experience you think in your life. Then buffalo body is the best body. You don't need to go to college. You don't need to go to school. You don't need to go for work. You can sleep whole day. So whatever you think as the best experience in the life, you wanted it to repeat again and again and again. You assume that kind of body.
So if you assume a body that you feel you're going to be the most content in, let's say I want to be a water buffalo because I just have to sleep, I have no responsibilities. Am I in completion then in that body?
No. Your desire all the time you want to be sleeping is from incompletion. But the water buffalo itself will not be incomplete. Clear?
Well, I guess, you know, I would think that if I come back as a water buffalo and all I wanted to do was sleep, that it would be an easier existence, less incompletions overall. And then as a result,
easier existence is different and complete existence is different. So your desire for sleep may be because the patterns you carry, you do not want to face life, you do not want to face conflicts, you do not want anything.
So it's escaping.
Incompletions, மரணத்தால உங்களுக்கு என்னென்னலாம் இழந்துருவீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களோ அதெல்லாம் இப்பவே இழந்துட்டா மரணமில்லா வாழ்வு.
இப்போ ஒரு உடம்ப விட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் அடுத்த அது ஆன்மா வந்து அடுத்த உடம்பு எடுக்கும்போது சூஸ் பண்ணி எடுக்குமா இல்ல கிடைக்கிற உடம்பு எடுத்துக்குமா?
ரொம்ப தெளிவா சூஸ் பண்ணி எடுக்கும்.
Swamiji, is there any advantage to doing the death meditation multiple times? Because this
I'm
is my fourth
just,
time.
I say it's like if you walk through one path with me, later on walking even without my physical presence will be easy.
Okay.
And not only that, for example, we both go to Ganga and take bath. Next time when you go to Ganga,
So it gets etched in your biomemory even deeper when you do it multiple times with you.
not only that, when I take this one example, I take you for Ganga bath, we both take bath in Ganga and come back. Next time, after 5-6 years, even without my physical presence, you come to that Arkipuri, will you be able to forget me? I'll be the first thing in your memory. Oh, we came with Swamiji and we, Same way, now I am taking you through the death, so that when you go through the death, even physically if I am not there, you will naturally remember me. The moment you remember me, I will be there.
Thank you so much.
To take care of you.
Back or their race week, we forget what
Oh,
happened in the previous
see, no, listen. When you are dying, incompletions which you are not able to handle are suppressed, and you are given a chance to rewrite your future completely. Now you ask your question.
Okay, so for some people that remember incompletions from previous lives,
Is possible.
Does that mean anything? Is it good? Is it helpful?
I think if you complete them, it is good. If you fall into more incompletion because of that memory, it is bad. I have seen some people, when their past memory is awakened, they complete with it and they become such beautiful beings. And I have seen sometime when their past memory is awakened, they fall into depression and suffer, and they get into depression and split personality and all that. That is wrong.
ஐ டொனேஷன் கொடுக்குறோம். அது என்ன பண்ணா அடுத்த பிறவியில வந்து அது பாதிக்கும்.
Say, organ donations no way affect your further journey, your process in the next birth or enlightenment. It no way affects. Only if you are an enlightened while living, your body need to be retained, maintained, so that the energy it radiates, so many thousands of people use. If you are an enlightened being while you are in the body, after you leave the body, better to keep it as, without touching, without damaging, as much as possible. Keep it as it is and make a samadhi. It will radiate the energy for thousands of years to come and help. Other than enlightened beings, body can be immediately given it away in any way you want. See, when clinically they declare death, you are dead. It takes 1.5 hours more for you to actually die. That 1.5 hours, an enlightened being can pull them back. In that 1.5 hours, after clinically declared dead, 1.5 hours time, I can pull them back if they also want to come back. If that person says doesn't want to, then I cannot do anything. I can, but usually we don't. Anyhow, once somebody is declared dead, at least 1.5 hours you should not disturb the body. Clinically declared dead. at least 1.5 hours, because there is always a possibility for that person itself can decide and come back. So, any organ removal after 1.5 hours only, right, as per the spiritual law. But as per the medical law, I think they have to remove immediately, and they are removing. I will support any organ removal and donation after 1.5 hours. இல்ல சைக்கிள் அந்த மாதிரி கம்பல்ஷன் கிடையாது. நாம எடுக்கிற டெசிஷன் தான். இப்போ நீங்க மனிதனா வந்திருக்கீங்க, அடுத்த ஜென்மம் நீங்க தேவனாவும் டிசைட் பண்ணலாம், ஒரு தெய்வமா கூட டிசைட் பண்ணலாம், இல்ல ஒரு மிருகமாவும் டிசைட் பண்ணலாம். இந்த லைஃப் எப்படி வாழறீங்களோ அதை வச்சு தான் டிசைட் ஆகும்.
I heard that there's oneness and there's the super consciousness and individual consciousness. I want to know if this like it's all one big bucket, how come it becomes individual conscious, and how they break?
It never became individual conscious. Only reflections are thousands. Reflections are billions. The source is only one.
And there wasn't any breaking up at all. Okay. And about the death,
sit and break your head over when I said no. Understand? You asked the question. There was ever no breaking at all. I said no. If you ask that question very seriously, you will not have the next question. My answer will be like a strong shock, and you will sit and plan to contemplate on this answer. Because you always believed there's break and there's many. Now I am saying no. Getting it? You are getting what I am saying?
Not really.
All right. Then put the question.
I think I have to think about it. I think I have to think about it.
You are right. Now go.
But
that's all I asked.
But Swamiji, I do have some other question about
yes, go ahead. Go ahead with some other question.
It's about the, if it's a natural death or it's an accidental death, and for a devotee or for just a normal person, I heard like for some tradition they have like 49 days kind of preparation, but you just mentioned it only take a few hours. So is there any different trend?
Let me be very clear. When a person dies, natural death, he will assume the body within 3 seconds. 3 chana. Chana means gap between one thought and the other thought. If you lived a complete life, for you the gap between one thought and the other thought can be even 2 hours. For an agitated person, the gap may be microsecond. So based on the individual mind, within 3 thought, the third thought he has to have another one body. But the luggage transfer, all the incompletions and baggage and karma, knowledge, the art they know, the skills they know, the language they know, the efficiency they have, all that to get transferred, it takes 13 days. U-Haul service takes 13 days. You are shifting from Seattle to St. Louis. You go in flight and land in St. Louis. But all your luggage from Seattle to St. Louis takes 13 days. U-Haul service takes 13 days. Understand?
Yep, 13.
So for a normal person, natural death, this is the way he dies, and in 13 days the luggage is shifted. For a normal person, accident, if because it is an accident, he has not committed suicide, he will be given a peaceful lounge till his natural death period comes. If he is supposed to die at 90 by exhausting all karmas, he dies at 50. 40 years he will have a peaceful lounge in the transition zone. So he will not be painful or hurting or suffering. He will have a peaceful lounge, like a resting. And then in his natural death period, he will take the body and the luggage will go with him. But if somebody commits suicide, he will have a terrorized lounge where he has to wait the natural period till natural period of death, but it will be a heavy suffering, worst suffering. That's all is the difference. And if a devotee, especially initiated disciple, if he has a natural death, the moment his soul leaves the body, I give him the option. The moment he goes through the NSP process, especially this death process, please listen. With all my integrity I am speaking. Wherever you leave the body, I will be there. The moment the death heat starts in your body, I will be there. First thing, I will be appearing, and I give you the option. If you want one more body, you will have the conscious birth. You will carry only the completion pattern. All the other I disconnect it here itself. The few loads of U-Haul vehicle will get into accident. It will never be transported to you. Only the completion part will come to you, other things will be burnt here. If you don't want one more body, you just disappear into my form, into the restful awareness in which I am happening. Understand? Same way, you are a devotee. If you face an accident, you will not be made to wait. The moment you are about to leave the body again, you see me and I give you the option. You want to have one more body, immediately you have a conscious birth and only the completion patterns. You may be born in a Gurukul or parents who will bring you to Gurukul, who will bring you immediately to have my darshan and immediately connected, live and celebrate and enjoy the whole thing. If you don't want one more body, you just relax and be in the restful awareness of me. Even if you are a devotee, if you commit suicide, I cannot help. You have to go through the terrorized lounge and sit there, be there. You go through the normal person's path. No way of any support or any help is possible.
And
clear?
Yes. And the you said I heard you say I will be resting with you. Will there?
If you decide.
If I decide.
If you decide.
If I decide I'll be resting with you, will there be still an individual consciousness with you?
There may not be individual consciousness. There is something called Divya Sarira. Means the body without body. The body which is not separate identity, and if I have to explain more precise, it's like if you consider the cosmic soul as a huge
bubble,
ice cream, you are also a small toy made of ice cream, same ice cream. The Karana, Karya, both will not be separate from the origin. Means the reason and the cause and happening. In the whole thing, you will not have a separate identity. You will be just in the space of complete completion. Clear?
Yes.
See now, as long as you have some other goal, other than enriching, other than being part of what I am, you have an individual identity. If you decide you don't want any other goal, any other individual identity, you just want only what I am, which is integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, then you start experiencing that space even now. Clear? That is what Bhagavad Gita calls Aksharadama. Imperishable space. where you do not have an individual body. It is called Sarubhya Mukti. Sarubhya Mukti means like a Nandi, Devi, Ganesha. All of them has no individual identity. They are just Shiva. The different parts of Shiva. That's all. Samibhya Mukti, it is called. Being near, liberated.
And I think every day we will go through death, or certain part of us will go through death. So that applies as well.
Yes.
And we have, if we keep doing completion process, that means only the complete part will go to the next. And the incompletion will just be thrown away.
Yes, but be burnt away. See, during the death, I'll naturally ask you, what do you want? You want one more birth or complete liberation? If you choose complete liberation, you will be there in the same space as I described. If you don't even want to have a farm made out of same ice cream, you can just become one with the main ice cream. That's all. It's like ice ball can anytime become one with the huge snow hill. If you want to take one more birth, you will be given a conscious birth. All your completion will come with you. Incompletions will be burnt. That is what is the purpose of this death process.
If I choose to take another birth, does that mean there's still some little incompletion?
No, nothing like that. When you leave the body, when I ask, if you wanted to take one more birth, it is not like incompletion. You just want to play or enjoy. That is perfectly all right.
Okay, thank you.
Swamiji, I've been, originally I had a separate question, but 75% of the question has been answered while I've been listening. I'm very curious about the time duration. You answered 1.5 hours medically. You've answered 13 days. And between the various analogies you're given of fractured mirrors and the other mirror, I'm very curious, and that's the remaining 25% of the question, as to when they say spirits or troubled souls,
they are the committed people who committed suicide. Those terrorized souls. They will see, it is, you can't even call them soul. It is like a broken, chaotic mirror on which the slight reflection also falls, because the reflection is universal. So, what happens to that broken pieces of mirrors? It is so restless. It tries to jump here and there, but it is not powerful enough to enter into our body and harm us. Because we already have a soul. One body cannot have two souls. So they cannot harm you. They can only be seen by you. You get frightened and be harmed. You harm yourself. They themselves have no power to harm you. Because ghosts have no powers to harm you. That is what I am talking now. Because you have 7 layers of you. Let me describe the layers. The body made out of bone, flesh, this is the first layer. Second layer is your breathing structure. Your breathing structure, which has a 5 action. Inhaling, holding, spreading, exhaling, cleaning. 5 action. This breathing infrastructure is called second layer. Your thinking infrastructure, that is third layer. Your feeling infrastructure, emotions, that is fourth layer. The deep sleep time what you experience, the rejuvenation infrastructure, like a refuel station, that fueling station, that is the fifth layer. And the bliss, joy you experience once in a while in your life, the completion, that is the 6th layer. And the soul reflection is the 7th layer. You have 7 layers now, but that terrorized soul will have only 3 layers. The soul, reflection, completion layer, and the rejuvenation layer. It will not have the emotion infrastructure, the thinking infrastructure, breathing infrastructure, and 5 senses body infrastructure. When it has 4 layers less, it is less powerful than you, it cannot harm you. It can be seen by you, perceived by you, it can be your servant, but it cannot harm you. For example, if I tell a ghost, take this water bottle and keep it there, he can do it, but he cannot harm me. For any human being, he cannot harm. Even if I tell, go and harm that person, he cannot harm you. He can appear in front of you, that you can get frightened. But he himself cannot torture you or give you suffering. Because he is a less powerful species. He is not more powerful species than you. That is why all the black magic, sending the ghosts, all this negative energy thing, they can only appear in front of you in the terrorizing form. If you just laugh at them, they can't do anything. They cannot touch you. They cannot disturb you. But seeing the form, you get shaken, frightened, have a heart attack, is all your stupidity. By law, they cannot touch you. And by the natural flow of life, they will not be able to harm you. They cannot enter your body, like how the movies are showing. They cannot snatch away something from you, or they can't even touch you. Because you are a higher species than them. It is like a tree. Tree cannot come and beat you. Understand? Because yes, he does not have many powers you have. You also breathe, he also breathes. But if you run away, he cannot chase you. Many powers you have, he doesn't have. Same way, he cannot even fall on you and kill you. Only if the wind comes, he can fall. That is not out of his will. Beyond his will only he falls. Same way, a ghost is a lower level species. He cannot harm you. He cannot do anything to you. He can only be seen by you. He can only maximum request you for a help. The ghost's maximum help you can do is giving them the shraddha in some energy centers, like Badri, Bodh Gaya, or a master's stomach. The food you offer to him, offer to master, directly goes as a shraddha, pinda darpana, to the ghosts, and they feel they are liberated. They are given the smooth waiting lounge or the smooth passover to the next body. If your family ghosts come, the only help they can ask you is, they can ask you to give pinda darpana. If you give a food to enlightened master, or food, the shraddha in Brahma Kapala, so those kind of you help you can do to them. Other than that, you also can't help them in any way. They also can't harm you in any way. That much only is the maximum help they can ask you. If you feel your parents or relatives, your family members, ghost is present in your house, you are seeing them once in a while, or somebody is seeing them, you don't need to be afraid. They may be just begging you for a help, to liberate them, to give shraddha for them, to give pinda darpana for them. That's all, nothing else. And please understand, just let me repeat this. A lawyer has to give the right legal opinion. So now whatever word I am uttering, I am responsible for it. I tell you, for all these words, I am responsible. With that responsibility I am saying, everything I am uttering is the truth, because I know many of you will plan about your life, your death, your future based on my inputs now. So I am responsible for the words I am uttering.
Swamiji, I want to share something and I have one question. I am coming from a religion called the Druze, who highly believe in reincarnation.
Sorry, which religion?
Druze.
Druze.
Yes.
Oh, which country?
Lebanon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who don't believe in reincarnation?
Strongly believe in
strongly
reincarnation.
believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I myself heard some children, young children, telling about their past life, and some of them...
Say, forget about religions.
Yeah.
I am not even talking as a religious leader.
Yeah.
I am giving you the cosmic legal opinion.
Yeah. They believe...
Reincarnation exists. There is no such thing as belief.
Exactly.
It exists, that's all.
They believe in this existence. So I heard some young children talking about their past life, and some go back to their homes, to their houses, and they look for their things, and they mention some secrets between only two persons. No one other than them know this. And also the belief, or not the belief, actually, how can I say this?
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Please understand, only when you live all these fights, whether reincarnation is there, will the death be like this, death be like that, all this. But when you die, what happens? I am telling you exactly. That's all.
So they know that the soul is the reflection from the cosmos, and it doesn't, in no time it transfers to another body. In no time.
No.
Yeah. And the question is that when I heard from my grandma, that the soul enters the body so quickly in no time, and the death time is like written in the cosmos and cannot be changed.
No. Death time is not written in the cosmos. The karmas you need to complete.
Yeah.
That is decided.
Yeah.
The exact time may vary between this and that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
The precise time is not recorded actually. Last 3-4 months only, the precise time is decided. Before that, precise time cannot be told.
Swami, after death, when the reflection is going, do your senses work? Like, can you see, can you hear?
Yes. During the transition, all your senses work in a high performing level. In a peak performance level, they work. For example, now, if you are not hungry, you won't even see the McDonald's board. If you are hungry, you will see the McDonald's board. You understand? I never see McDonald's board because it's a non-vegetarian restaurant. I never even thought once to get into that restaurant. See, because it's non-vegetarian. You understand? So now it is all decided by our wants. At that time, you need to make big decisions about life, so all senses will be active in its peak. You can see anything you want, you can hear anything you want, you can fast forward, rewind, like a whole archives of your life is available to you.
Swamiji, a few days ago you were telling, right, we should not do mercy killing. And then you told...
We should not?
Do mercy killing. So... And you also told it is because the person will be at his highest, the karmas will be getting burned. Why does this happen only at the end, Swamiji? Why doesn't this happen throughout the life?
Because throughout the life you are so busy, you never allow the karmas to burn and get cleaned. You are so active, so aggressive, you never let those karmas work on you. You pile them up and sit on it, like sitting on a volcano. Like a cylinder busting, it busts.
So Swamiji, in that case, if the person dies, does that mean he has burnt all the karmas that he has incurred in this birth?
I can say, if he is supported, the maximum he has burnt. He may carry only what he brought from past.
So when will all that get burnt, Swamiji?
Next birth.
And Swamiji, when Dalai Lama leaves their body, when the baby is born again, they find, right? How will they find the baby, Swamiji? Because the people who are finding, they are not enlightened.
No. There are clear system in Tibetan Buddhism, a very clear system. When the body, when they leave, actually most of these Dalai Lamas, the present Dalai Lamas, he is I think 17th or 18th, all of them basically have written clearly their parents' name and their where they will be born, all that like a will, and they put in the box. You understand? And apart from Dalai Lamas, even some other monks, Buddhist monks, they trace. They have a clear system. The date of death and the time they will take birth. If you see the timing itself, it will pen down, it will like reduce 90% of the candidates. Then they see the birthmarks. Then the child will be brought and shown 10 objects. In that 4 will be past Janma related object. And 6, 7 will be the new object. He will exactly pick up those objects which he used in the past Janma, and he has to remember and tell the incidents, only then he will be accepted. They have a thorough, foolproof mechanism. There are 2 documentary videos about it.
Yes.
Any of you have seen?
Yes, Swamiji.
But whatever is shown in the documentary itself is only superficial things they have shown. I lived with them, I have mingled with them. They have much more deeper astrological, very clear predictions. If this person dies in this nakshatra, only in this nakshatra rebirth will happen. All those very precise calculations they have.
And Swamiji, one more question.
Tibetan science of recognizing the reborn is a foolproof system, which is originally from Tantra, Bodhisattva, who went from Kanchipuram.
One question. You told that according to your thoughts, within 3 kshanas, the next birth will happen. So if the person is not doing completion and living in completion, so does that mean that his birth will happen continuously? His birth will be like that without completion, because he doesn't have an option to take a conscious birth?
Immediately he will take. In that birth, during the lifetime, he has a chance to do completion. No, if he doesn't, then again, same way only.
But he doesn't have an option to choose what he wants, no, Swamiji?
He has no option to choose what he wants.
Thank you.
Okay, Swamiji. I have a couple of questions. So if you have, let's say somebody has a lot of incompletions, they don't finish with a person, and you were saying you have a choice about which body you want to go to. We hear about people who have incompletions again being born together or nearby. So
usually when you have incompletion, you will never be born together or nearby.
Oh, okay.
I have always seen this husband and wife taking birth in opposite continents. They don't even want to meet with each other by mistake. So, by incompletion, you will never be born together or nearby. Okay. Only if you are completely complete and deep friendliness you carry, you are born together. Oh. There are, if you listen in Indian villages, you will get some stories. Husband died and within 1 hour, wife also left the body. Not committed suicide, just fell and died. Those kind of couples take birth together.
And are those the kind of couples they call like soulmates? That concept exists?
Yes.
Okay. The other one that I had was, if you are a liberated soul and you're getting liberation while you're living, I've always heard that 7 janmas before you in your family also get liberated.
No, not liberation. The possibility for liberation is given when the 7 janmas left, right, up, down. Understand? Understand this meaning. Up means father, forefather. Down means brothers, kids. They themselves may not have kids. If they have kids, that generation, or the own brother or own sister, their kids. That is down. Right means brothers and their relatives. Left means sisters and their relatives.
So everybody, when they come to their...
When they leave the body, they are given the option, possibility.
Because of
you are connected to this center, this energy. See what I am saying? For example, I'll give you my own example. All my up, down, right, left. They remember me, whether they accept me as an incarnation or not, but for all of them, I am one of the important component in their life, in their memory. And when they leave the body, naturally my memory will be awakened. That time, it will be told to them, you are associated with this being. Do you want to just merge with this being or want to take one more body? If they accept me, they merge. If they do not accept, throughout their life they lived against me, then they take one more body.
And then I've also heard that there are 7 lokas. You have yakshas, gandharvas.
No, not 7 lokas, 7 space.
7 space, okay.
7 space where your patterns are stored. Based on the pattern you have, you go and enjoy there. If you are a cricket player, you go and get locked in the cricket stadium.
Okay.
If you are very happy with the snakes and scorpions, you are put there. That's all.
Now, in the transition zone, you were mentioning it's like 13 days and then your baggage goes over. There was some movie that we saw, which was recorded by somebody's experiences where they were, telling them past souls who departed were giving their experiences. And they were talking about the transition zone, but how you can actually have a choice whether when you stay there, and you can work out your karmas or work out more on your completions, and then you still have a choice if you want to go back or go forward.
That is not true.
Okay.
That choice is given only if you lived a very beautiful completion while you are in the body, initiated by an enlightened being, not otherwise.
Thank you so much.
But when you were talking about ghosts, I've understood that entities can sometimes influence people. Like if their energy is very low, they can...
They cannot influence or do anything. See, if your energy is low also, they can appear, but they cannot dictate.
So they can't live through you like their addictions?
No. They cannot. They cannot. They don't have that much of power. As I said, see, you are a 7-layered entity. They are only 3-layered entity. They are almost less than half of you. They are only 40% of you.
I see. So they won't follow people around?
They can't. They can't. Maximum, they can only appear in front of you. Not more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Nityanandam Swami, can a person only plan for enlightenment or he can also plan for incarnation?
That is, no. You can only plan for enlightenment. Incarnation, when you incarnate, you will not have any memory of this. You understand? See, this is the 4th incarnation I am assuming. Arunagiri Yogeshwara, Madurai Meenakshi, the another one body which is under the banyan tree. This is the 4th body. Before this 4 body, how I was, there is no memory. That person is no way associated with this person.
Incarnation can come back again and again with conscious
memory.
Nityanandam Swamiji, you said individual consciousness takes birth in 3 kshanas. So when we do Maheshwar Puja, so if a person has passed away 10-15 years ago, probably they have taken another birth. So how does Maheshwar Puja affect or liberate?
His karma baggage will be disconnected. So he will suddenly find his life become so smooth, simple. He will just float in the completion and complete his life. It is like a elephant walking. His leg is tied with a 6 chain with big iron balls. Those 6 chains are cut, means how elephant can walk smoothly. Like that, he will walk smoothly. That is why Maheshwara Puja.
And my other question.
The incompletion baggage is disconnected. You see, before I put the food in the mouth, the stomach will have certain need for the food. That need I'll associate with I'll connect with their incompletion and put the food. The moment food gets dropped there, that incompletion gets blasted. Is the science.
Yeah, thank you. My other question was, if there's a suicide in the family, does it affect the next generations, the coming generation?
Because psychologically it affects, consciously not. Psychologically, when you know in your family somebody committed suicide, whenever you have a problem, you are facing impossibility, unable to handle life, you consider that choice. If somebody has become sannyasi in your family, whenever you face impossibility, you consider that choice.
Okay.
I am seeing my family, my sisters' kids, my brother's kids, one brother has and my uncle's kids and all of them, when they fight with each other, when there is some way, some impossibility, this is what exactly tell their parents. If you don't give, I'll become like a Swami. I'll become like a Swami, like Nityanand Swami.
Okay.
You understand that the considering option, the first option will be what happened in your family and predecessors when they had the same problem.
And there has been a suicide in my family.
For example, one of my great-grandfather became a sannyasi. Whatever he said and done, he was a great inspiration for me. My grandfather's father.
Swami, could you explain about the 7 gates of the body and because I read about like the travel of the north or like south?
No, there is no north, south, 7 gate and all that. There are only 7 layers. The person goes through all his incompletions. That layers of incompletions only is 7 layers.
Okay, but I mean, what I read is in the Bhagavad Gita, it says that if the soul goes south from here, you're liberated. But if it goes out from the eyes or from the nose or any other gate, then you...
If you are too engrossed,
I had another question. Is there cosmically a difference between suicide and murder?
Yes.
And what is the difference?
The person who has committed suicide will have a terrorized waiting period. Person who has been murdered will have a peaceful waiting period. Both will have to wait till the natural death time comes.
And a person who has committed a murder?
He will have the cruelty sin, the karma of murder. When he dies, he will face that.
Okay. And I had another question, because I'm trying to do some math. Is that thing that chooses a new birth, is that the soul?
Biomemory.
The biomemory. And is that the same as the body?
Body, mind put together.
I'm sorry?
Body, mind put together. Body and mind put together.
So by bodies multiplying, are souls or minds multiplying too?
Body cannot multiply.
Yeah, but there are the population grows.
The many different species get into human body.
Ah, okay. Okay. Oh, and then I had this other question because a woman once told me that I had somehow in former lives collected souls of other people and she would remove it. Is that possible?
No. That is just stories.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Swamiji, just now before you said after we do the death process, regarding the death, you will appear and have an option, right? And for that, we need to have a feeling connection continuing.
The feeling connection continuing means you don't need to do any special act. If you don't abuse, that's enough. The connection, it is like a spiritual umbilical cord is connected. If you abuse, it will get disconnected. Other than that, it will not get disconnected.
Okay, yeah. So my current feeling connection is good enough, or I need to...
That actually your feeling connection is not worthy at all. It is not even necessary.
Okay. Not abusing.
Yes. Not abusing is enough. Your feeling connection and all is not really strong. What you guys know as a devotion and all is very flicky. Just somebody gives one rumor or one idea, you will run away.
Thank you, sir.
You are from Tamil Nadu?
No, Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh, okay.
Swamiji, I heard that there are 4 different levels of liberation, and you already mentioned Sarupya Mukti and Samipya Mukti. Can you...
See, Salokya Mukti means ability. You will get the liberation to live in his space. Samibhya Mukti means you will get to live just next to him without any identity. Sarupya Mukti, you became him out and out, like a main ice cream and small baby ice cream. Sayujya Mukti, you became the main ice cream itself.
And how do they decide which one you're going to be?
Depends on the level of completion you have. Same thing, like Tanedar, Kotari, Mahant, Sri Mahant. It depends on the level of completion you have.
Okay, thank you.
See, actually I am trying to display, listen here, Mama. I am trying to demonstrate the Akshardham, how it will be physically. That is what this whole structure of Tanedar, Mahant, Kotari, all this.
Hi, Swamiji. I have 2 questions. The first one, if in a past reincarnation I had any special skill, could you... Who
had a special skill in reincarnation?
Okay, this soul, I'm just... In last reincarnation, I was good at riding horses, maybe. Can that skill be bring by you?
That skills can be brought back.
Okay, and the second question is, if every moment we take decision, how...
Every
moment? Every moment we decide. I heard someone who came here that she was told by you that she had one more birth. How could you tell someone?
I can see their incompletion level and tell.
Okay, it's just cognition, right? Okay.
Intuition.
Okay, thank you.
I was trying to understand. You said we were all God's army, I guess, in human, and I was trying to understand in Mahabharata, in Arjuna and Krishna.
That is also human army only. Simple, straight human army. Bhagavan himself led for the sake of reducing the weight on the planet Earth, but otherwise it was just a human fight.
So wouldn't the Krishna's army undo some karma from killing another person?
They will all go through the regular cycle. Other than very few, Krishna exempts.
On the things that you explained to us earlier, I understand that not just about, but all organisms who have biomemory have to pass through this death process, but there are exceptions. And those things that have life but no biomemory, right? I just wanted to reconfirm that. And the thing I want to ask is, all the incompletions that I have accumulated, not knowing the above, I destroyed ants and insects. How can I complete?
Sit and recall, relive the pain that soul would have gone through when it left the body. You will be able to complete.
Thank you.
Hello, Swami. First question is, let's say I'm consciously abusing myself, like going overdose or like going at high speed in the car, and by any accident I die. So is it considered as the suicide?
If some other car hits at you, See, if there is agreed understanding, you will not go there, they will not come here. So if that agreed understanding is broken and some other car hits you and die, it is murder. If you hit on your own on the road or something, it's suicide.
Okay, so it has to be many coincidences in this special moment, so I realize what it is, suicide or not. Okay. And the second, you said like souls can make decisions whether to harm you or to help you. Does it mean they have a consciousness? Because I have another pattern right
Yes.
now. So I realize that my mother or my grandmother can come and like watch me doing something and stay with me.
But they cannot do anything to you. They cannot harm or support you.
They can understand what I'm
Yes,
doing.
they can understand, surely.
So I have to be more careful on my own, like doing
Naturally.
something. Now I have another pattern, that's for sure. And the third question, let's say I don't have any Ganga in my country, so where can I go and like respect those kind of...
Here you have Ganga and we will be doing here. You can do it here one day, that's all.
Only. 3 places only in India.
I don't know whether any places are there.
Well, usually we go to the grave and we put some stuff like...
But a grave is not the place to connect with them.
So this is like only our stupidity.
No, not stupidity, emotional attachment.
So when I feel like I'm feeding them, is it good for me? It's not really connection, but it's good
It is
for
better
me.
to complete with those feelings.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
It seems that they are walk-ins, so what does it mean? Is it true or not? That people
What is walk-in?
walk in, like you put yourself aside and another soul enters your body?
No.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you.
Another question, Swami. Say if someone make an accident unintentionally, will that, say suppose the other person died in that accident, will that karma
Yes.
come to this person?
Knowingly or unknowingly, if it does, it will come.
It could be mistake from the person, it could be a drunkard person who came in front of the car. And
Then it goes naturally to him.
Et si jamais la personne s'est mise volontairement devant la voiture, c'est celui qui l'a fait qui est coupable.
You said in another answer you said there can be only one conscious birth. And in another instant you said devotees who have gone through this kind of death process here, you will appear and give them the option, and if they take, if they choose to live again, is that the conscious birth?
That is what is conscious birth, I am saying. That birth only is only once. After see, when I appear and give choice, they can take conscious birth. Okay. That will be only one birth. After that, liberation.
Okay, the soul cannot take one more birth.
Let's gather for next session. Be blissful.
powerful, amazing revelations. We just had back to back, very, very powerful revelations. How many of you felt like, wow, 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 for each answer that Swami is giving? How was the session? Did you all enjoy today's sessions? Each and every single revelation. These answers are just too powerful. You'll actually not find this video anywhere else. And I have watched this so many times, and I still, each time I listen to this, I feel like there's a new click again and again and again. And especially after attending this whole death meditation process, and then you listen to Swamiji's revelations, it's like a very powerful package that you get and experience breakthroughs after breakthroughs after breakthroughs. So how was it for all of you? Take a few minutes and do share that.
Which answer did you click with the most? Which of the answers that Swamiji revealed was like your most favorite one? Whether the process, like Swamiji said about that whole mirror making example, each one, Swamiji gave unique, so many revelations.
Actually, Maria Kalina has posted amazing, just pearls of wisdom. Each time a new click, absolutely. And like the way how Swamiji answers, right? It's like Swamiji literally questions every single conclusion you come to and takes you to a new depth. And like every time I listen to this, I'm like, oh my God, wow, wow. And it just feels so powerful and gives us the whole breakthrough. Malita has posted, definitely, every time I hear the satsang, I get new clicks indeed. Absolutely. And actually this one, whatever we listen to, is direct revelations from the Akashic records. And the Akashic records, let's say like the answers are raw truth as it is. Just listening to this will lead you to get the experience. It is not just any words or anything like that. Like, of course, each cognition Swamiji gives directly gives the experience. But this is even more unique and precious because these are direct Akashic records. So make sure you listen to this particular session at least a few times. Those who have attended the program multiple times, you definitely know, especially this clippings that we just listened to is just too powerful. And just contemplate on these answers and the revelations that Swamiji gave. For example, it gives so much of insight to you about how ghosts exist. It's not ghosts don't exist, but they do not exist the way we think how they exist. And the U-Haul service that takes 13 days for your biomemory to get shifted from one body to another. Just understanding these, and with the combination, powerful combination of the conscious death process that we all experience today, it will break all fears and phobias that you're struggling with. And Ma Anand Parmeshwar has posted a good session and relief. Absolutely. Actually, this one session can remove so many fears. See, why we have so many fears? Many things, it's because it's unknown to us. Why are you afraid of ghosts? Because you do not know how ghosts exist, how ghosts function. You think they are more powerful than you. But no, they only have 3 layers. You have more layers than them. So you are more powerful than them. You have 2 extra layers. Now, just these cognitions, no more ghosts or unknown can even affect you because you are more powerful. They can maximally scare you. They can't even enter inside you because 2 souls cannot be in the same body. Take a few minutes, just contemplate every single revelation that Swamiji gave. Understand just this one day. Today's this one day, the entire day sessions is so powerful. It can give multiple levels of breakthroughs. So thank you all so much for taking your time and joining with us today. And this everyone that have attended today's session. We will also be sharing with you all the gift link for today. We are going to be posting it in each of your chats now. Please take a few minutes to download it. This will also include the puja manual, which you can follow because we have received the initiation of Vishesha Diksha. So now I'm going to be pasting this link to all of you. I request all of you to take a few minutes and please go ahead.
And today, all of us have learned one of the most important aspects of life, which is understanding death. Swamiji beautifully tells, if you don't know death, every moment of your life also you're dying. And if you know death, even through your death, you are living. And tomorrow we're all going to be learning about Paramatma Shakti, will persistence, the secret to achieve success. We invite every one of you to join us. And this brings us all to the conclusion of our day today. And I request all the participants to post your understandings and your powerful cognitions.
Hope now all of you are able to see us and hear us clearly. Yes. So thank you so much for being here. Now, so far, whatever you have learned, like starting from every single powerful cognition that you learned about death and how you to overcome fear of death, experiencing the death meditation process. Now, we have also been initiated to a very important power today, the power of Akashic reading. And now the session we are going to be entering into is a very powerful session where Swamiji reveals how you can access the Akashic reading and where is this cosmic archive actually stored. The multiverses, I can't even use the word universe, but out of all the worlds, the largest loka is called as the Mahar Loca. It's Mahar Loca. That's why it's called as Mahar Loca, meaning the largest universe. So this largest universe has a very important thing where it holds the cosmic archives. It's like the largest information storage it has. It represents certain thought currents, which when you start carrying, you will have the ability to be able to access large information. It is not just for your, not to have memory loss alone, but even the ability to engage with reality without collapsing, without breaking down. That is what we are going to be learning in Mahar Loca. Malita, are you able to hear me, Ma? Okay, I have a question. I think someone is asking if black magic, is it that the black magic does not affect us? If you're talking about attending today's session right now. Okay, Ma Harlan is, oh sorry, Ma Lita is only asking. You said about ghost, like that, does black magic, okay. So this is actually an important thing. Black magic, actually there are powerful black magicians who exist who can affect the people who do not have the protection of Guru. They can affect, meaning these souls, these ghosts, because they have only 3 layers. They do have certain incompletions and anger and all stored in them. So the people who use black magic, there are actual black magic traditions that do exist, who do have siddhis, not shaktis, siddhis. But one good thing is, if you wear kantamala, this kantamala protects you from all types of black magic. It is only Guru Kripa that can protect you. Actually, this black magic is very, very prevalent in certain areas. I remember so many Malaysians especially will come to Swamiji after they have been negatively affected by black magic by their relatives and people like that. And when they get affected, they immediately come. When they get connected to Swamiji, they come and they get Swamiji's blessings. Wherever they go and offer puja to Swamiji in that particular location, as well as many times they come and stay in the Adinam. Black magic effects are good. Malita is also asking, what's the difference between siddhis and shaktis? See, siddhi means when you are traveling towards enlightenment, meaning you're not enlightened still, you're traveling towards enlightenment and you do the sadhanas. Out of your sadhanas, your effort, you achieve something called as siddhis. And these powers have the ability to distract you away from enlightenment. And not just that, they sometimes even have a negative effect over you when you do the siddhis. On the other hand, shaktis, usually shaktis come only from initiation from the Guru. So because it's not your sadhana, it is the Guru's diksha, which Swamiji gives us a diksha to us, and you operate every time when you want to manifest power as a Shakti. What do? We say the Mahavakya. You declare your oneness with Swamiji, you declare your oneness with Paramashiva. It's from the space of oneness, the very source of you, the source of your first person, which is what is the space of enlightenment. Only when you access that space and you manifest the power, it's called as Shakti. Siddhis are different, Shaktis are completely different. The effect, Shaktis, that's why every time you manifest powers, what happens? He's so energized, feels so alive, excited. Like one whole enthusiasm happens inside of him because we're established in oneness. So from oneness, when you manifest, it's called as peace. Then it's your sadhana and you're trying to manifest, it's called as siddhis. These siddhis can go away from you many times. After a certain point, you may even lose that siddhi. And if you do not have the right cognition, that siddhis itself will affect you. And those siddhis are, and we do not manifest siddhis, we only manifest shaktis. It's not that it's our tapas we are getting it, it's Swamiji's initiation. So these are called as shaktis. They're completely two different things. And the siddhis may even distract you away from enlightenment. So this is the difference between siddhis and shaktis. What we are manifesting are called as shaktis. So coming back to the point about this black magic, receiving Kala Bhairava darshan, wearing Kantamala, and having the Atmalinga with you, and doing puja to that Atmalinga every day, doing the Guru Puja and Shiva Puja every day, will no black magic can even affect you. There are actually many people who have come and received blessings from black magic, like, who are affected by black magic. I have seen, especially in the regions like from Malaysia, or many people will come and receive, and it will be like they say they have very significant difference. First effect they'll have is all that ailments that they'll have in their body suddenly get healed, like immediately. And there are many other effects and side effects that they would have experienced, the negative effects because of the black magic. All that will go off just in one Pada Puja being offered to Swamiji. One Pada Puja, offering one Pada Puja to Swamiji. It is like you are receiving the Guru's grace. The moment you receive the Guru's grace, Guru Kripa, immediately all black magic just disappears. He just removes it. And nothing can touch you after that. And of course, very important thing is to wear the Kantamala. Even ghosts, Brahma Rakshasas cannot touch you as long as you have Kantamala with you. And if you had attended the session which Swamiji gave on Brahma Sutras, and like it was a Brahma Sutra session, and Swamiji started with one whole revelation on how the Brahma Rakshasa had happened, and the very powerful incident. In that, Swamiji will actually say how many people, whoever the Brahma Rakshasa tried to attack, the first thing the Brahma Rakshasa did was to somehow lure them to remove their Kantamala. The moment Kantamala is removed, protection is gone. Then they can be easily killed or affected. But the Kantamala that you put, the moment you wear the Kantamala, it is like you have a guaranteed protection. Nothing can affect you. Nothing. You can be so fearless. Like no ghost, no black magic, nothing can even come near you or affect you. That is the power of this blessing that Swamiji has given us, and it's too powerful. We, first of all, having Swamiji in our lives is such a power, blessing, and a boon. And on top of that, this is a very, very powerful protection Swamiji has given to us. Maria Kalina is asking, Shakti has an enlightened being. Is it an energy of your being? Yes, Maria Kalina, actually, it is pure consciousness fuel, but it's not your separate energy being taken. What happens is you get connected to the cosmic power, which is Swamiji. Like, see, how for the whole city gets supplied electricity, connecting to a transformer, right? Like that, you're connecting to Swamiji, and it is that cosmic energy that manifests through you. glitch. I hope now all of you are able to hear me clearly. See, just answering it, you do not manifest it from your energy. No? Instead, you become a channel. So what happens? Swamiji flows through you. His energy flows through you, and you are, whatever the work, whatever manifestation you're doing, it is from his energy. So you only get more and more and more of that energy. It's not your energy. So your energy does not get depleted. That is why you do not feel tired after manifestation. You will never feel tired. People who manifest siddhis cannot manifest more than 2-3 rounds. Only when you manifest shaktis, we do like in Kumbh Mela time and all, we'll start in the morning. We'll be sitting in the demo stall and start in the morning. Line, one huge queue of people will be waiting to have Swamiji's darshan, and many of them will come to receive this body scanning and remote vision power to experience the power. So it will be like such a huge line of people. At least some 500 to 600 people will be standing at a time. In a day, the floating population at that time was like 1 lakh people. So it will be like, you won't even feel tired. We'll be sitting and we'll be manifesting. It will be fun for us. Whole day, of course, like we'll go for the break in between for eating and like for having darshan of Swamiji. That will not really be there. But the entire day, no sleep break, nothing of that sort. It will be so exciting. And it will just be for us, like as Balasans, we'll be sitting and doing the power manifestation. The only thing we will be having is somehow we should have one darshan of Swamiji. Swamiji should just walk by and just we should see Swamiji. That's all will be running in our head. And we'll be just sitting and manifesting. Because it's a Shakti and not a Siddhi. Because you're connected to Swamiji and Swamiji is the one who's flowing through you, you will feel so energized and so alive. And people will be asking, from morning you guys are sitting, do you guys not feel tired? And it'll be like late in the night, and darshan will be going on. Big queue will be there. At least we all Balasans will get to move around. We'll be able to go and all. Swamiji will be sitting in one place, and these darshans span for like 8 hours, 9 hours, sometimes even 12 hours. Swamiji will be sitting in the same place without moving throughout, not even for going to drink water, restroom, nothing. He'll just be sitting and attending to each person one by one, listening to them, reading their letters. And that time people will just flock to just take selfies with me. This is in 2016 I'm talking about. So it will be like the whole thing, Swamiji will not just, he won't get tired. The smile Swamiji will have, how it will be for the first person. Till the last person comes, he'll have that same smile. I remember I got the blessing to be there near when Swamiji is giving the darshan, right near to assist. And once there was like Swamiji had started the darshan around, I think 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the night. And it went on till 1 o'clock, and people are still coming. And like a lot of crowd was there. Just for our campus alone, a special team of police was assigned just to manage the crowd, because our campus was like maxed out like anything. Largest population in the whole of Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela is the largest gathering of humanity. The largest gathering in the world is Kumbh Mela. And in that Kumbh Mela, ours was the largest campus and like largest population at any given point of view in 2016. So people will be coming, continuously coming. And at that point, everybody had finished, gotten their darshan. And we were like, okay, everything is over. So we were all like trying to pack. And then Swamiji said, no, wait. Swamiji noted one ma who's standing, who had come, and she didn't receive the darshan. When she came, only her son got the darshan. And this, like, all these people are totally new people. And by then, Swamiji would have given darshan to like at least a few thousand people. And Swamiji said, no, darshan is not over yet. Just go and see in the corner of the hall. There's one ma standing. She only got darshan for her son. but she's not sure if she can come back or not. So to get her, and actually went, we found that actually a person is there. We went, got them. Swamiji blessed her and blessed her son again, gave her apples and gave the son also apples, blessed them, and then only finished. Like the sincerity, the dedication with which Swamiji will sit. The number of hours does not matter. How many people are there does not matter. Because like Swamiji says, you are not a number for me. You are not even just a being. You are Paramashiva. You are Paramashiva waiting to manifest. Swamiji attends to each one of us like that. Such a like being. That's why you have to be a Kailasas. If you want to experience this, you have to be a Kailasas. Ma Lita is asking, Ma, we can channel Swamiji not only for power manifestation but for everything, right? Like for example, cooking, studying. Can I invoke Swamiji in each moment and invite Swamiji for everything? Absolutely, yes. Yes. Malita, not just you can invoke Swamiji, you can experience that oneness with Swamiji. Oneness is a power. You can experience that oneness with Swamiji in every action. Actually, one best thing you can do is take your Atmalingam and start talking to Swamiji. Really, Swamiji responds. Really. You will hear his response. Ask Swamiji. Like, for example, I want to cook something, Swamiji. What do you want? What shall I cook? Just ask. You will start listening to Swamiji's responses. Not that you will speak for yourself and you will speak for Swamiji also. You don't need to do mono acting. You will actually be able to listen to his response. Just try. Start talking to Swamiji through your Atmalinga. Do seva to your Atmalinga. Not just puja. Do seva to your Atmalinga. Just before you eat, offer some food. Ask Swamiji, Swamiji, do you like it? Just offer to your Atmalinga. And before you go to sleep, just put him right next to you and give him some small blanket. Just do seva. This is a very powerful way you can connect and really Swamiji this. Okay, now let's enter into the session and we are going to be learning about the Mahar Loca. Let us understand from Swamiji about the largest Loka. The whole universe is Mahar Loca.
Now I will give you the introduction about yourself in the Mahar Loca. Next Loka. See, sometimes when you hear me talking about Arunagiri Yogishwara, my relationship with Arunagiri Yogishwara, how I had the initiation into Paramadvaita, even if you don't agree with all my lifestyle, theories, principles, you feel, I think this is possible. This is possible. Maybe this possibility is available even for me. Not only for him, even for me it is available. It is possible. That clicks. Anything which clicks with you as possible, that is yourself in Mahar Loca. Listen. The part, the whole which you deny due to your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, SDHD, that personality, that identity, that self is the Swarga Loka, self of you. when I describe my higher possibilities, if it clicks with you, I feel this is possible even for me. When I narrate about Arunagiri Yogeshwara or my death experience in Varanasi or my enlightenment experience in Arunachala or my experience of feeding Ganapati, how many of you feel, this is possible even for me? I don't think he is lying there. He may be doing many things which I may understand, may not understand, but he's not lying there and he's not telling lies. This possibility exists. Even I feel it is possible for me. How many of you click with those possibilities? Raise your hand. If it clicks with you, that personality, that self of you, which clicks with the higher possibility, is your identity, your self in Mahar Loca, Mahar Loca. When you decide ferociously with a super determinism, will persistence to face your highest possibility which is clicking with you, you manifest yourself, you face yourself spontaneously in Mahar Loca. I tell you, when I heard the story of Nambiyandar Nambi feeding Ganapati, I had the glimpse of my possibility of same. And I ferociously decided to face my possibility and manifested Mahar Loca here by facing my identity, myself in the Mahar Loca, and fed Ganapati. Ganapati ate. Ganapati ate from Nityananda of Mahar Loca, not from Nityananda of Bhuloka as you think. Finally, all 14 Loka Nityananda merged into this Nityananda as Paramashiva. But when Ganapati was eating, he was eating from the Nityananda of Mahar Loca. Nityananda, address, Makar Loka, Mahar Loka. Nityananda who stays in Mahaloka, from his hand Ganapati ate. Not the Nityananda whose ration card address is Bhuloka. The beauty is that Tiruvannamalai is such an amazing cosmic airport. You can just beautifully slip, go up, come down very smoothly. The whole ecosystem's chemistry is that. Nityananda staying camped at Mahaloka, fed Mahaganapati. So understand that. At the age of 3, when I tried to connect with him, I did not have a formal initiation. I heard the story of Ganapati eating food of Nambiyandar Nambi. from one great Saiva Siddhanta preacher, Sri Selvakanapati. And one word which he uttered just got stuck in my inner space. That Nambiyandar Nambi calls Ganapati, Mahaganapati Paramborule. வந்து என் பூஜையை ஏற்று உண்ணமாட்டாயா? That calling, the way Selvaganapati described, is such an amazing teacher and preacher. The way he described, Mahaganapati Paramborule, that word just stuck in my heart. I came home and started doing the same. Of course, I did all my drama with Ganapati. I had many days playing with him, and it's not that day one he immediately ate. All that is different. All that I have described detailed 3-4 times in earlier satsangs. Please watch those satsangs to know the whole story. We have multiple times I have described the whole story. One thing I did with all my sincerity, I called Mahaganapati Paramburule. To come and have prasadam, Nivedyam. Understand? As I described in the earlier satsangs, when he ate, not only he gave me the Savigalpa Samadhi experience, he gave me such powerful experience of Nityatva. He opened the doors of Nityatva for me. It is such an extraordinary, eternal bliss. Listen. I am talking out of sheer truth, simple truth and power of truth. Nityatva dimension exists. Mahaganapati will open the dimension for all of us. Connect with him, call him with this simple prayer, Mahaganapati Paramburule. It means that, O Ganapati, the ultimate existence, ultimate source. Paramburule means the ultimate existence. Understand? Many times I have told you, I am not the guy who tries to give you self-confidence, and I am not the person who tries to, I am not self-development teacher. I am a simple person revealing the sacred secrets from Kailasa. Self-development is not my brand. Giving you confidence is not my brand. That is not my job. My job is introducing Kailasa to all of you. Making all of you experience the higher dimensions of existence. From what I am teaching, you may have self-confidence, you may have self-development, but all that is a side effect. But my purpose is to give you the ultimate truth. Understand who is talking, then you will understand what I am saying. Mahar Loca is like absolute peace and joy and all upgraded life than planet Earth. Mahar Loca is much higher than Mahar Loca. Higher level beings go there. When I utter the word higher level beings, don't have self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Whether you are qualified, are you higher level being? Please be very clear. Let me make it very clear. Even if you have broken only one pattern due to the cognition, Swamiji is Paramashiva. He told me, so I will listen to him and break this pattern with this powerful cognition. Even if you have broken one pattern, it may be dropping non-vegetarian or dropping this obsessive compulsive disorder or dropping the postponing pattern or dropping the laziness in the morning, early morning laziness, or dropping your shyness, dropping your fear to speak in public, even any one pattern, if you have dropped, cognizing my Paramashivatva, because Swamiji is Paramashiva, I should listen to him than to my patterns. With this cognition, even if you broke only one pattern, you are qualified for the initiation. You are qualified to be airlifted, conscious lifted to higher locus. You are qualified to be fueled, empowered with the Tejas, Ojas and Kundalini Shakti to get into the Swarga Loka, Mahar Loka, Jana Loka, Tapa Loka, Brahma Loka, Kailasa itself, Maha Kailasa itself. Above the Brahma Loka is Parandama, Vaikunta. Then above the Vaikunta is the space where the Kailasa, and above the Kailasa, Maha Kailasa exists. So even if you have broken one pattern, you are already initiated. You have qualification to be fueled, empowered, awakened with Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini, Shakti, entanglement, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, initiation, and conscious lifted. Don't worry. Drop the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Oh, listen. I'll tell you one small incident happened. Once in the energy session, one person came to me and said, Swamiji, give me my past life memory. He wanted to know what he was in the past life and the past life memory. He has attended a meditation class. So end of the class, those days, the physical energy session. So it was a physical hug. He asked me, he wants to know his past life and he wants me to reveal his past life memories to him. I just asked him, today you did completion. He actually attended a program, so he was going through the completion session. He was just crying, pouring during the completion. I asked him, why were you crying? He said, all my memories from the young age, they were so heavy on me. I am not able to handle it. I laughed at him. He was maybe 40-year-old person, roughly 40. I told, just your 40 years of memory you are not able to handle. If I give you the past life memory, how will you handle? Don't you see you will go mad? He said, yes, Swamiji. And he just left saying, yes, yes, I don't want past life memory and all, you are right. And he left. I want all of you to know what he did is wrong. Listen carefully. When he asked me, he wants to know about his past life, he was not wrong. But when I told him, will you be able to handle that memory? And he gave up, is wrong. He should have asked me, Swamiji, tell me how I can handle the large memory. Listen. Ability to handle large information without getting personally attached to it is Chitta Suddhi. Means purity of mind, memory. Purity of the mind takes you to Mahar Loca and opens up the Akashic records immediately. Listen, but I am not teaching you completion for any frictionless existence. I am teaching you completion to connect with Mahar Loca, Mahar Loca. So I have access to Akashic records. Listen carefully. Understand? Listen carefully. Handling large amount of material information without personal attachment to the information is Chitta Suddhi. so much of abuse and attack goes on me. But I never get hurt by any of those words uttered. So much people praise me. Oh, you are Paramashiva, you are this, you are that. I never get attached or get elated by the words they utter. I simply see how each person can be helped from the level they are. Understand? How each person can be helped. My mission is very clear. Make your vision for life clear. Do not allow cheap people's strong words, good or bad. Listen carefully. Cheap people's strong words, whether good words towards you or bad words towards you, do not give respect for it. From right person, even if it's a good word or bad word, give complete attention to it. Let me repeat. Ability to handle large memory. This comes by non-agitated, non-violent, non-reactionary, Paramashanta inner space. Listen carefully. Who wants you to expand and grow is a good person. Who wants you to fail is a cheap person. Anyone who has become successful will only want you also to be successful. Anyone who has wasted their life will not know how to become successful, and they will not expect you to be successful, and they do not know how to be successful. More and more peace inside you, more and more past memories will be awakened. More and more peace inside you, more and more Akashic records will be opened. More and more peace inside you, more and more Mahar Loca will open. All of you take only one decision. Every day your sleeping time should be the time for deep completion. See, before falling asleep, if you develop the habit of doing completion for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, till you fall asleep. Even if you are tossing on the bed, just practice completion, do completion. Your breathing will be aligned towards deep sleep and you will fall asleep. If you do completion and fall asleep, the peace inside you will become like how the ice becomes intense spatika. Same way the peace inside you will become Paramashanta. Listen. Ice. For a long time, if it was not disturbed, if it did not melt down, it will get solidified and that becomes spatika. Ice added with a quality of carbon becomes spatika linga, spatika stone. If you received Atma Linga, you will know that is spatika actually. Spatika is mix of ice and carbon. Right proportion of ice and carbon is spatika. Listen. Ice getting solidified becomes spatika. The peace getting solidified will become paramashanta. One of the greatest achievement human beings should do in their life is this paramashanta. Nothing in this world can be equated to paramashanta directly before going to the sleep. Other times you can do completion, but before going to the sleep, it should be compulsory so that the peace gets solidified inside you, like it becomes a rock of peace on which you can stand forever. Your being becomes like a spatika linga. Now, whatever I introduced about Akashic records and Mahar Loca, your freedom is not your ability to physically travel where you want. Your freedom is your ability to mentally travel freely without getting agitated by your inner violence and personal attachment with memories. Listen. This is the right definition of freedom. Freedom means your ability to travel freely, mentally, without getting agitated, suffocated. Through the personal attachment with your memories. Many of you cannot travel peacefully, mentally more than 60 seconds. 60 seconds only is your freedom. Not more than that. How many of you are understanding what I am saying? 60 seconds is your maximum freedom. Actually, the freedom should not be calculated in the length, but it should be calculated in the time. Freedom should not be calculated in meter, kilometer unit. It should be calculated in the second, millisecond, minute unit. It should be calculated in time unit. How many of you understand this? Every second minute, third minute, you get agitated, irritated, reaction starts inside you. Whether you get triggered from outside or in your own memories trigger due to your personal attachment to your memories. Past informations triggers. How many of you understand that? Now, all of you take a few minutes and type what I explained now. Your freedom should be measured on time, not on meter. It is not your ability to move around. It should not be measured by the ability to move around, number of meters, kilometers, all that. Your ability to move the world around, to move the things around you is the freedom. I don't move even out of the room I am staying, but I move the whole world. So, freedom should be measured not on meters, but on minutes. The whole shift needs to happen about measuring the freedom. The number of seconds you are able to freely handle your memories in the inner space without getting triggered, agitated, irritated, frustrated, suffocated, pain. That many seconds you are free. Freedom should be measured on seconds, not on meters. Not on meters, but on minutes. You are all measuring the freedom based on the meter. How many states you can travel? You are free to travel. How many countries you are free to travel? How you call that as a freedom? Actually, the real freedom is ability to freely handle all the memories without getting agitated, angry, triggered, powerless, pained, frustrated. That's exactly, precisely freedom. All of you now sit casually. See, actually switch on the timer. If you have watch or timer, switch it on. Sit casually and see how many seconds you are able to sit without getting irritated or agitated by some memory, something inside, without getting powerless. See, powerlessness, pain, agitation, irritation, without having any of the trigger, reaction. How many seconds you are able to sit, just see. And then put your timing now. Put your freedom minute, the freedom unit in minute. Let's see. Let's measure each one's freedom. If you understand what I am saying, this freedom, then you will be able to understand the Pusalar Nayanar story. The great Nayanar who built Shiva temple in his inner space, for which Paramashiva attended, rejecting the stone temple built outside by the king of Pallava Vamsa. Pallava king built a huge stone temple. Shiva told, your Kumbhabhishekam, you postpone it because I have to attend the Pusalar's Kumbhabhishekam, who built temple in his inner space. If you understand this concept of freedom based on minute and that Pusalar Nayanar story, you will be able to understand very well why Paramashiva decided to go to Pusalar Nayanar's inner temple. Now, I'll intensely infuse
the energy of Mahar Loca in all of you, you will see how drastically your freedom minutes increases. Come on, sit. Who exists is Paramashiva. Feeling you exist is Ishvara. Connecting now with all of you who exist, making you feel multiple bodies at the same time. This experience is Parameshwara. Now, I'll make you feel you are all Parameshwara. I'll initiate this ultimate oneness into all of you now. Sit for this initiation, absolutely unclutched, having the Atma Linga in your palms. Just sit. Once this happens, I'll raise you to Mahar Loca and download Akashic records. The whole thing, Paramashivatva, Mahar Loca, Akashic records, the whole thing will happen now simultaneously, intensely. Just keep the Atmalinga in your palms. Sit for Mahar Loca initiation.
Enjoyed this powerful revelations today, these amazing powerful sessions that all of us are blessed with today. I request all of you to share how it was for you so far till now. How has it been for you? Now with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's session. And thank you all so much for joining us. Tomorrow we are going to be learning about will persistence and super determinism. Make sure you're logging in starting from 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time onwards. We'll be starting with the yoga, and let's meet tomorrow. And let's conclude today's program with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padakarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you all, Nityanandam. I do see a lot of you posting your clicks and amazing messages. Thank you all. Thank you so much for each one of your messages. Do share about the program with your family and friends and invite them all to join for tomorrow's sessions. Thank you all, Nityanandam.